Alright, bro. This video goes out to those that are struggling with their inner child. I know, like, people our age don't even know what the frick this is, or what the heck is an inner child, and I'm sure if you told me this 3 years ago, I would probably be laughing at you right now, but the inner child is very important. And in the video, I'm gonna open up a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about what I've been working on, what I've been trying to fix, and yeah. So, first of all, let's preface this, okay? Let's preface by saying, okay, I'm not a freaking therapist, alright? Just as a disclaimer. But based on my understanding so far, the inner child is pretty much previous traumas in a way, bro. It's like things that your younger self would do. Like, we all have like some inner child, right? Inside of us.
Alright, boys, actually, while I was recording this video, I didn't actually fully explain what the inner child was. Based off my limited understanding, the inner child just means the childlike parts of yourself that's in your that's in yourself. Like, I had to Google a little bit, okay, but it's a childlike version of yourself that's in yourself that influences your adult behaviors, good or bad. You know. So, for example, if my younger self, and I'm gonna get into it in this video, but if my younger self liked playing video games and he coped with video games, I'm gonna cope with video games right now, unless I like change my beliefs and stuff like that. So I'll talk about it more in the rest of the video, but that's exactly what I meant. I didn't explain it properly, but that's what I meant. Alright, bro? I love you.
And I'm not saying this means like, oh, you act childish. It just, that's not what it specifically means. The way I understand it, with my limited understanding, is this, alright? I was heavily addicted to video games. To the point where, like, specifically FIFA, bro. To the point where I would be playing games all night till 4 a.m., 3 a.m. And I just thought it was normal. I thought it was just video games, right? But even getting on self improvement, even after 3 years on self improvement, being on this path, upping my discipline, taking more responsibility over my life, working on businesses or trying to build up skills for myself, pushing past discomfort, trying to break other habits of my life that I've done. FIFA still came back to me. I've tried ways of like, oh, I'm gonna discipline my way through this. I've tried to throw out the freaking controllers and change my environment like everyone else tells me to do. In fact, to give you a funny story, I remember I was in this phase of buying controllers and then returning controllers, and I've probably done that around 3 to 5 times. So back in like April of this year, I started getting into the habit of playing FIFA again, of playing video games, specifically FIFA. And I remember I bought this controller of Amazon because I kind of justified it. Like, oh, it's just FIFA. It's not really a big deal. It's just a video game, right? Okay, a couple days go by and hate everything about myself. I hate the fact that I'm going back to FIFA. I hate the fact that it's destroying my discipline, my sleep schedule, how it's overstimulating me, and I know it's a bad habit. So what? I decided, you know what? I'm gonna return this controller, and the moment I return this controller, oh, I have no controller to play FIFA with, so I'm not gonna play FIFA.
Alright, boys, I forgot to add one more story, which was that before I bought this initial controller that you just saw on the screenshot, I actually had like a my own personal controller, which was with my Xbox One, right? So I say my Xbox One. I was just kind of given it, but like, so I had like the original Xbox controller. So before I bought this controller that you just saw, I actually ended up throwing that controller in the garbage. So threw that controller in the garbage. I had no controller, felt like playing, so I bought this controller, returned that, and then the story goes on. So it gets worse. All right. I'll see you later, bro.
Okay, great. Sounds like a great idea, right? The people online, they talk about it. The people online say, you know what? Just don't have the junk food inside of your kitchen. When you don't have the junk food inside of your kitchen, then that adds friction. And the moment you have friction, you're gonna go outside and buy it, whatever, right? Cool, done. 2 weeks later, I buy another controller because I somehow justify it. I don't think even 2 weeks later, but a short time later, I buy another controller. Again, using the same justification technique as in, it's not that bad, is it? FIFA is not that bad. Okay, done. Again, same thing. Return. Buy, return, buy, return. I've went through probably like a lot of controllers. Playing till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Sometimes like I will start at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and just keep playing, keep playing. And you know when you're playing and you don't even want to play and everything in your body is telling you to stop and you still keep playing anyway because, oh, I'm already like 4 hours into the game. Might as well just completely deplete all of my energy. You know what I'm trying to say? One of those like zombie moments that you feel. This could be with scrolling that used to be with me with scrolling back in the day when I used to scroll. Oh, might as well scroll till I freaking, like, all the freaking life is sucked out of me. Pause. But you know what I'm trying to say. I've gone through this multiple times. I've tried to discipline my way. Oh, you know what, bro? Nah, bro. I'm not a freaking wuss. The heck? I'm not gonna play, bro. I'm not a little wuss. Ended up playing again. Now you can make the argument. Maybe I was a little wuss. I'm not sure. But clearly, me trying to discipline my way out of this still wasn't working. It wasn't until literally 3 weeks ago until I really started to take and learn and implement stuff related to the topic of beliefs, inner child, identity, trauma. The past 3 weeks, I've done a lot more research on this topic. It's been one of my main sort of focuses of life. And what I found out, I cannot wait to share with you. The reason why I was playing FIFA was because my inner child wanted to feel something. The reason why I kept going back to FIFA despite being on self-improvement for 3 years is because there was a need. There was a need. FIFA filled a need in my life. Maybe for you it's junk food. Maybe for you it's this. FIFA filled a need in your life. FIFA filled, oh, not in your life, maybe it does, but in my life, yeah. What need did it fill? Well, let's go back to my younger self. Let's ask him questions, which I've been doing in this freaking journal. I've been writing journals upon journals upon journals, filled, just filled. And I wrote down why my younger self played FIFA in the first place, and why he continued to play FIFA despite the game not giving me much stimulation, so to speak, right? So we're gonna talk about that. My younger self wanted to play FIFA because it made him feel something which he never got growing up. And I'm not gonna go talk to you about my sobby story like in every video. Like I talk about something related to my younger child. A lot of you probably know already. But again, I'm a new channel, so maybe a lot of people, probably most of the world don't know, but doesn't know. But to give you a long story short, I wasn't the best performing kid at school. And not even just school wise, I mean just socially wise, okay? The people who have been recurring on this channel, you guys already know what I'm going to talk about, but people that are new, you can probably relate if you were one of these kids who were sort of like the NPCs in school, bro. But the issue is like, in a lot of the NPCs in school, like that's going to sound kind of rude, but a lot of the NPCs in school, they just like accepted it. See, I couldn't accept that. I wanted to be accepted in the group, bro. I wanted to be part of the people. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to have, some friends or become more popular. I wanted to be noticed and valued, like that one football player that is in your school or that was in your school and every girl was freaking into him. Am I gonna lie and say that I did not want to be that? No, I 100% wanted to be that. There was some NPCs in school that sat at like the weird people tables, and it's really effed up it's really messed up the fact that we actually even call it that weird people table, because you don't know how much that destroys their freaking, the same thing we're talking about, their inner child. But that's a different topic for another day. Those people, those kids, they kind of accepted it. Oh yeah, I'm just kind of different from everyone. I'm more of the quiet kid. I'm more of the shy kid. They kind of accepted it and they live with it. But I didn't want to be like that. So in school, I always had like a weird reputation. People, my name was like kind of weird in a way. Like it wasn't attributed to respect or like, oh, this guy's actually a sick guy who's chill, or everyone likes this guy. It was more so like, oh, it's this guy again. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. This guy. At least that's how it felt. Obviously, I had a fair share of good friends as well. But typically, my name had no value to it. Like, what I'm trying to say. And also, performing bad at school, it didn't help. And also, I was like kind of fat and ugly. So, pretty much, I had a deep yearning to be seen, to be validated, to be noticed. And that one's a big one, to be noticed. And specifically, I had a deep yearning to want to feel like I'm the main character, or at least someone valuable. And video games fill that need like crack. No coincidence why I would be playing video games that are always self-centered. Not story games, but more competitive games that put you on the spotlight, that gave you a reputation and a name. FIFA was a big one. I would specifically play FIFA career mode, where I get to choose and make the player, custom player with a custom name, with a team, with a custom number that you get to choose what number you want to be. I would specifically play those games because it gave me an outlet to express myself, or at least this need. I use FIFA as a need to express this version of my life, which is to be to be seen, to be validated. Guess what? I still have those feelings today. The younger self inside of me still used FIFA as the coping mechanism. No wonder why I freaking go back to FIFA, bro. You understand this? Like, No wonder why I go back to FIFA. I mean, it's been some good progress so far. I've been doing some weird stuff like I don't know what they call it, shadow work. I don't know what the frick that is. Without a therapist, I was kind of doing stuff DIY in my freaking house, but just doing stuff. But going back to the topic, that's why I go back to FIFA. So this is probably why you go back to fast food. This is probably why you go back to whatever habit that you keep trying to fight off. Porn is a big one. Scrolling, it's not really that hard, but it's a more popular one. Almost everyone scrolls. Fast food is another big one. And there's more specific ones like anger and stuff like that. I mean, anger isn't really that bad. It's, how you control it. But that's a different topic for another day. Whatever thing that you go back to that you don't like, whatever thing that you're self-sabotaging on, there is a freaking need for it, bro. Your younger self wants something out of you. For me, my younger self wanted or believed that FIFA was the way. And you know what's crazy? I wasn't protecting that version of me. I was here not giving my younger self that need. My younger self wanted to feel progression. He wanted to feel like he was a valuable person. He was celebrated for his wins. He wanted to feel like he was actually his most best self. And the way he did that was through FIFA. But in my life, 2, 3 weeks ago, I wasn't even progressing or feeling like my best self. In fact, the last time I played FIFA was, I don't know, like last week. I think so. And I remember distinctly sitting on that freaking bed and I had thoughts and thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts. My brain was telling me, yo, Rayan, stop playing FIFA, stop playing FIFA, stop playing FIFA, stop playing FIFA. And I was genuinely ignoring all of those thoughts. I was ignoring everything that was in my head, everything that was coming to me, all the good thoughts that were coming to me. I ignored all of it. I wanted someone to come and give me a better life. I wanted someone to come and give me money. I wanted someone to come and change my life. You see, I wasn't protecting my younger self because I was messed up in the real world. My older self, me, was messed up. I couldn't at least be responsible and stand up for him. Like that's like imagine you're in a freaking scenario where a robber walks into your house. Imagine you're the father, and as the father, you can't even go and protect your son. So you tell your son, you know what, son, protect us. It's freaking fly, bro. How messed up is that? That you tell your son, oh son, protect me because I can't protect you. The son's need is for someone to step up, a masculine figure, his father to step up and fight like a freaking superhero. The civilians that are in countries, their need are for soldiers to stand up for them and protect them and be at the front lines of battle to protect their country from being subverted. And I was here with a messed up mind. Oh, please, someone come and give me the money. I was genuinely just using FIFA as a cope to run away from the responsibilities of life. I was here laying on my bed. Oh, why is making a YouTube channel so, time consuming? Just give me the results, give me the money. That's like you trying out for the NBA practices, and instead of like you putting in the work, you're just complaining, oh, why am I not in the NBA yet? You freaking idiot. You have less IQ than a freaking, I don't know, bro, but you have less IQ than a freaking 5-year-old. I was genuinely sitting there and expecting the world to give me all the freaking fruits of life. What does God say? God says in whatever religion that you follow, I'm a Muslim, even God says in my holy book, in the Quran, God says, God does not change the situation of a people until they change the situations, or until they take action for themselves. God expects you to take action, my guy. God expects you to go hard. My younger self is like, yo, bro, you're supposed to stand up for me. And my younger self, like, he had no choice, bro. Sure, he had a choice, but he didn't know any better. I forgive him, bro. When I was journaling, I was kind of getting pissed at my younger self because I was like, bro, why the heck are you using FIFA? Like, you're destroying me right now. But I should not be getting mad at my younger self. He didn't know any better. I know better. He didn't know that FIFA was bad for him. He didn't know that FIFA was destroying his dopamine receptors. He didn't know that FIFA was the reason why he couldn't take action towards school or towards going to the gym. He didn't know that these corporations are genuinely, what's the word? Brainwashing kids. Yes, brainwashing kids and giving them purpose in the virtual world over the real world. He didn't know that video game developers are literally hijacking our brain by making us invested in a fake virtual world to give us temporary pleasure for long-term pain. My younger self didn't know that. I know that. My job as the older version of myself, the more rational, intelligent, whatever version of myself, my job is now to go and stop that limiting belief, stop the cope that my younger self was doing. My job is to go to my younger self and sort of change the beliefs. My job is to freaking fruit fly, bro. My job is to express slash experience the emotions that my younger self had a hard time experiencing. So my younger self wanted to feel needed, valued, whatever. He used FIFA as a coping mechanism for that. Like he wanted to feel progression, he wanted to feel like he was him, and FIFA was the coping mechanism. Now, as the older version of myself, I have a responsibility now go ahead and remove that belief to show my younger self better. My younger self, yo, you know, that's not the way to do it, bro. You're just coping right now. FIFA is just a cope. The way to truly feel progression is through your self-development. The way to truly feel like you're him is through developing yourself and pushing past discomfort. You do that virtually in a game. Do that in real life now. That was the job of my younger self, of myself now. And then prove that to my younger self through deliberate action, pushing past discomfort. I'm old enough. I should be able to lead him. And yet, I'm here sitting at my bed waiting for someone to come and fix my life. So the entire point of this video is to get you to understand that the reasons for why you keep going back to such and such habit, insert habit here, is because you have a need. More so, your younger self has a need that your younger self has always used growing up to cope. You know what? Just to give you a reason to why I'm even making this video in the first place. Right now it's 7 p.m. I should not be recording a video. I record my videos in the morning. But the reason why I'm recording a video right now is because I'm actually trying to practice and take deliberate action for one of my other 50 other limiting beliefs slash, childhood, stuff that happened. So my biggest one right now is actually something I'm actually working on right now is the fact that I come off as too soft. I come off as too soft on camera, on in real life, and I'm just overly jolly. There's nothing wrong with being jolly. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be a top 1% alpha male and always stay mad and mad. Oh yeah, I don't smile, bro. No, like that's just like like that's retarded. Like what I'm trying to say? Like, that's stupid. I'm not saying that. I mean, I have a deep need to be taken seriously. I look up to a lot of creators online, a lot of content creators, and I just admire the fact that people literally take their words so seriously. I can name a few. Hamza, Andrew Tate, even a female influencer, the Wizard Liz. I don't know what her drama and stuff is for any of you that like, oh my god, what? No. All I know is that she has a big following, and all I know that she has like a cult-like following where, like, I went on Pinterest and I was going through the self-help section and like she comes up and apparently I saw a picture of another girl who was taking a picture of her writing notes, literally taking notes to a Wizard Liz video. That means that what she says, like, people really like. So either way, I understand why, because she probably gives like advice that actually like relates with what people are going through, right? Obviously. But I have a deep need, bro, to be taken seriously. But my younger self, despite having that need, he sort of just always spoke in like an overly jolly, goofy, kind of like weak, submissive manner because he wanted to feel accepted and he wanted to feel like non-threatened, and basically he couldn't stand up for himself. So he always just spoke in like a submissive, like soft manner. And every single time I speak like that, I get pissed off, especially when I record videos and I come off as too childish or I come off as too immature, because sometimes I still have aspects of that, obviously. Like right now I'm actually practicing to speak more direct, and so like this video is like a practice for me. So I know it's not supposed to be perfect or anything right now. But see, I have a deep yearning to be seen as mature, to be taken seriously. That's one of my big things. Growing up, never really got that, and so now I want to change that, which is good, right? Like I literally I spent I think 1 to 2 hours today writing notes about being assertive and issues I'm going through. Like I've been taking so many freaking journals. Like you guys don't understand, right? And right now I'm just practicing about not just people taking me seriously, but me believing in what I say and what I talk about. Because people taking me seriously, like, how can I make you take me seriously? Unless the things I say you take seriously. You see? So it's not about like me like freaking putting you in a dungeon and locking you up. What the frick? That would be really weird. And then yeah, sure you could take me seriously, but that's like not like what the frick is that, you know? That's like some weird Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. I mean, if I speak to you in a way, not being fake, not being inauthentic, but genuinely, if I trust myself in what I say, if I stand up for myself, and if I protect my younger self, I can always be more serious, or I can always say things that I really believe in, and people will also be taking notes to my videos. Sure, does that stroke my freaking ego? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that when people take notes, it's because my videos are actually helpful. So, yeah, boys, that's sort of what I'm going through right now. So yeah, I'm just kind of practicing this video based off all the videos and stuff I watched today. But to summarize everything we spoke about on this video, it's just to please protect your younger self. Protect your younger self, bro. Protect that kid and stand up for him. Understand what he needs. That requires effort. I get it. Most people don't want to put in effort. I guess if you don't want to put in effort, then you will never fix your problems in your life. So that's up to you, right? Like, if you're complaining about the problems that you're going through, if you're complaining about self-sabotage, if you're going from video to video to video, wondering how you can quit pornography, well, my guy, video won't help you to the point that you think it will. What can help you is by you then taking the action every single freaking day. And how you take the action is by asking yourself and getting to the root of the problem. Yeah, does that take effort and time and energy? Yeah. And anything good requires effort and time and energy. So, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's whatever. Now, I will say, like, yeah, it requires time and energy. So, ask yourself questions about why I do such and such things. If you really wanted to fix your problems, you would ask yourself now, right? You wouldn't wait for I'll do it later. You wouldn't say that. If you truly wanted to fix the problems you're going through, you would do it now. You'd ask yourself, why do I do such and such things? Choose one habit. Why do I do this habit? What need does it give me? And then go back to your younger self. Go back to, try to look for patterns here. I linked playing video games to feeling needed and feeling validated and being seen by people. Typically, you wouldn't really match these two things. You can say, I play video games because it gives me some level of fun and pleasure. Most people stop there. Nah, link it, go back. Why do you scroll? Because you're trying to run away from your responsibilities. Why are you trying to run away from responsibilities? You keep going down the rabbit hole. Change your belief systems as well. And there's a very, very good YouTube channel. I'm going to recommend every single one of you to watch that YouTube channel. His name is Lewis, but his YouTube channel is called Newell of Knowledge. The specific video, I'll link it in the description down below, that really helped me. It's called Destroy Any Limiting Belief in 28 Minutes. Watch that video. Take action on it right away. I did. And the moment I took action on it, the moment I started seeing good effort and good rewards. Am I there yet? Am I perfect? I'm not. No, nowhere near. In my opinion, this was my most successful video so far in terms of like speaking. I don't know. Like, I genuinely feel like this video was actually like really, really good in terms of speaking, if that makes sense. But I know, like, I'm nowhere near my potential. Like, I literally it's my first practice, So, yeah, boys. That's it for me. Boys, hopefully you found benefit in this video. And if you like this video, if you like these kind of videos, I realize I'm so low. If you like these kinds of videos, subscribe. If you're new, I can't wait to keep going. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rayan. I speak about mental health. I speak about discipline, self-development, and pretty much document my journey. Document my journey to giving my parents $1,000, to building the most aesthetic physique of my life, and to becoming my most capable self. So if you want to follow along, feel free. And other than that, boys, I'll see you later, bro. Assalamu alaikum.